Cleanouts by G. Bella is a full-service cleanout business offering cleanouts for offices, homes, commercial buildings, estate sales, attics, basements, storage units, and much, much more. They will remove carpeting, wood or metal sheds, above-ground pools, wood or metal swing sets, and scrap metal. They basically do it all. They'll remove any trash you have, and they're very, very reliable and very easy to get in touch with. Cleanouts by G. Bella also offers rekeying services for foreclosed properties. So if you're in the REO business or the foreclosure business of real estate, they're definitely going to be somebody you want to keep on your contact list. They are fully licensed and insured company, available for any of your property preservation or cleanout needs, working with many realtors and attorneys throughout the state of New Jersey. For a free estimate, contact Frank at 908-296-8519 and check them out on Facebook and YouTube at Cleanouts by G. Bella. Again, it's 908-296-8519. Give them a call today. Our second sponsor for this episode is Garden State Water Heater Company. My 50-gallon water heater was leaking. I Googled them and I found Garden State Water Heater Company. Sean and Carmen showed up the same day, and within an hour, they removed and replaced a 50-gallon Rheem water heater and showed me how to flush and maintain the unit for longer use. They're very hands-on, and they will show you and instruct you on how to maintain your water heater as well as replace it. I couldn't have asked for better customer service. They showed up, they were quick, and they were extremely reasonable. Garden State Water Heaters cover all of New Jersey and can be reached anytime at 973-434-4100. Again, their number is 973-434-4100. Give them a call today and get a free estimate. What's going on, everybody? This is Mike Greco. I'm here with Ed Stulak today. You're listening to Real Talk, the #1 real estate podcast in New Jersey. We're still making that claim, even though we don't even know if it's true or not. We're just going to put it out there to the universe, and hopefully it does come true. If there are any bigger podcasts, don't sue me. But today we have Ed Stulak, the millennial realtor. You might have heard of him on Instagram before. How you doing, Ed?
Amazing.
How's life? How's business going? I start with a little icebreaker, just asking you how your business is going in 2020 and where you see the market going.
Man, it's we're in July now. I don't even know what month it is.
I know. The year went.
Yeah.
Flew by.
And it flew by for sure. And beginning of COVID, I was I don't know what I was gonna predict, to be honest, with like real estate. Thought like the first 2 weeks, I thought my career was done with real estate. I was like, okay, I guess no more houses. I'm gonna focus more so on coaching realtors, which is my true passion at the end of the day.
Awesome.
But when it comes to like coaching realtors on social media and branding, right? But I thought that was gonna be in effect. But then I was thinking that's too much of a commodity. Now we hit COVID, like how are people gonna afford my coaching and stuff? It's not even important for them.
Right.
So I'm like, oh man, I gotta really restructure my mind. But 3 weeks later, all my buyers were like, yo, we can't take this anymore, we gotta look for houses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
Ever since then, it's been non-stop. Every house has minimum 5 offers.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
I just won another one this morning, I won another one yesterday. I was like, finally things are
Congrats.
happening.
Yeah, good thing you're breaking through. It's tough, yeah.
It's so tough to win an offer right now. It's ridiculous, and you keep fighting for it, and it's just, so where do I see real estate going? Honestly, I think it's going to calm down soon.
Yeah.
Probably within the next 6 months before the 2021, I think.
Right.
But I can be completely wrong, so
Yeah.
don't take my judgment on that. But yeah, no, it's been a journey. It's been a journey for sure.
So COVID didn't really affect your business that much, because after a couple of weeks they were kind of anxious. The buyers are still looking.
It improved it.
Yeah.
Anything.
That's
like
what I'm
coaching
hearing. I
and
agree.
real estate. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I said, I was gonna go harder during COVID. I was like, we're locked down. We're gonna do some cold calls, do this and that. And definitely a drop down in listings. I don't know if the market is similar where you are at, because you're up north, but drop down in listings, but the buyers were still looking. And some people just need to buy a house, and
100%.
Nothing's going to stop them, basically.
100%. Sellers are a little hesitant with trying to list their house right now, but
Right.
that's why the inventory is so low, I would guess, if
Yeah.
I can guess, right? And also they're understanding that it's tough to buy a house too, so it's like, when I sell, where am I going? So let me
Right.
just stay where I'm at.
That's true.
I've been telling all my buyers, I was like, guys, maybe you should think about waiting or think about renting for the next year if you really, really have to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I say that because I have a big listing right now. It's a 180 unit listing for renting.
That's awesome.
So I'm
Congrats.
like, let me just push them that way. So
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
let's do it.
yeah. Get the rentals.
But regardless, I just tell them, like, guys, I think now is the time to, like, kind of readjust as to what you want to do. Because a lot of these buyers, The ones that are saying, Ed, let's negotiate 20,000 under, I'm like, hit the road.
Yeah, there's no way.
No,
yeah,
no,
it's definitely a tough time for buyers.
And it's not just New Jersey; it's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So for whoever is listening, for the realtors out there, wherever they might be, everywhere. I'm hearing this in Jersey, California, New York, Florida, Texas. It goes on.
Yeah, that's good advice. It's tough for buyers. I mean, your buyers are going to be paying over asking price in most scenarios with all the bidding.
100%.
So I've been telling my buyers the same thing. It's pretty tough, but some people just got to move, and they're not gonna let that stop them, I guess. So tell me a little bit about your background. What were you doing before real estate, and how did you kind of like find real estate as your passion?
So I never thought I would ever get into real estate.
Okay.
I'm into fashion. I love fashion. I'll get dressed up every day.
Yeah, I see that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Suited up.
And that there's a story behind that, right? So I really wanted to find a job and a career that can really push me towards an industry where I can dress up every day, make lots of money.
Yeah.
I had different intentions before I got into real estate.
Yeah.
I got into real estate about 2016. I was 22, something of that sort.
Okay.
And when I got into it, I was thinking, wow, this is going to be an industry that's going to really put money in my pockets. Great. And I can dress up. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, though, I was a hockey player. That's why I love your flow, right? Your hair. I used to have long hair too. Oh man, it was the best.
Yeah.
But I played hockey for a long time. And
Okay.
Right after hockey, I got injured, and just life told me sales a different way. I was studying pre-med. It was just really bad.
Oh, where'd you go to school?
Penn State.
Oh, cool.
So I was at Penn State and just studying, and just wasn't working for me. So I said, all right, let me just come home, reanalyze my life and my direction. That was when I really listened to my heart. What did I love to do? And the first thing that I heard inside me, my conscience was like, bro, go for music. I'm like, all right. So I got into DJing.
That's awesome.
So I became a DJ, a music producer, got into tour managing. But along that trail, I realized I kind of funneled myself into the position and the role of social media management.
Okay.
So I was doing social media management for this one DJ duo, and they're from Monroe, not too far.
Okay.
And so I was doing the management side of things, but I kept doing social media. After that, worked on another little side project, kind of like a movement, become the best version of yourself, create things that matter, trying to build a community, motivational side of things. And again, I was nobody, so why should people listen to me? But that all taught me stuff, right? So I got into that role, started up a little movement. I was doing social media again, so it was constantly being
taught you about yourself,
social media.
Yeah.
So I was doing social media, and man, it was just nonstop with trying to figure out, okay, well, if social media is going to be my life, how can I continue pushing that towards whatever endeavor I decide to pursue?
Right.
Eventually I got into real estate, and because I realized social media doesn't make me money, so I was like, screw social media, I'm not doing it. And then I got into real estate for the wrong intentions. Get dressed up, make lots of money, it looks awesome, right? But when I got into it, long story short, I'll tie a knot on this.
No, you're fine. Keep going with it.
Is that I realized that realtors have a problem with social media. I was like, what have I been doing for the past decade? Nothing but social media. So I was like, what if I can start teaching realtors now about social media, how to generate leads, how to build brand awareness on it.
Yeah.
And teach them, just and guide them, hold their hand that way. Because I've done it for other endeavors, other businesses, other companies. I've worked with celebrities and influencers.
It works all across the board. Social media.
And it works everywhere. So I said, let me try it out, and maybe this could be another money-making machine. And long story short, I got so many people reaching out. My following grew up, and my following just blew up over the past 4 years because I got into real estate and I found my niche. So value-wise, right? I'll drop a nugget for people if you're really trying to find a way or reason why you should build a following. You got to know why you deserve one.
Yeah.
Who are you to be getting all those followers? What are you giving them for them to want to hit that follow button? Whatever it is, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Why are they hitting that button? And if they do hit it, what kind of value are you giving to them on a daily basis for them to keep coming back for more?
Right.
Telling their friends Sally and John to follow you too. And eventually your following starts to grow. So that's what I realized is, let me just provide value on a daily basis, and people will eventually start following more so, and the following will grow. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So now I teach other realtors how to do the same thing.
It makes a lot of sense. So your career change is a little drastic. How did what ended up happening with pre-med? What made you want to leave the program?
I failed. Simple as that. I failed terribly.
Were you passionate about pre-med before, going into it?
So I'm an only child.
Okay.
My parents are best friends. They said, do this. It's like, why? Makes a lot of money. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I got into that. They said, you can get into law. I said, no. I said, get into pre-med. And I said, oh, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I got into it, but again, I failed. Hockey, I got injured. It was just like,
Jeez.
all right, like no more of that. Find
Jeez.
something else in life. So I call it a blessing in disguise. And when I write my book, I think chapter 4 will be like blessing in disguise. I was like,
Yeah, that's a good title.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So once you got into real estate, was there anybody specific that kind of guided you in that direction, or anybody you were watching, or like a mentor or coach that kind of led you into that world, or you just found it on your own?
So, again, going back to the hockey world, there was a guy that we used to be rivals in high school, and then college came around the corner, and we ended that phase.
Yeah.
But I saw one of his Facebook profile pictures, dappered up from head to toe. I was like, man, what do you do? I approached him. I was like, set aside all the nonsense we went through. Like, what do you do now? He's like, real estate in New York. It's like, all right, cool. So I kind of was under him for a little bit just to see him, shadow him.
Yeah.
This was maybe 2015, 16, right?
Okay.
And that's when I said, all right, now let me dive into it in Jersey. He was like, come to New York. I said, no.
Now you're
it's
on
too
New York?
competitive, bro. No. Everyone and their mothers wants to be a realtor in New York.
Really?
No, thank you. So let me just focus on Jersey right now. I'll get there. But I was like, all right, cool. So let me try it out. Let me test it out. But who was like a real mentor or anything of that sort? Honestly, I didn't really have one.
Okay.
I started watching $1 Million Listing New York. Started seeing these guys.
Yeah.
And so I was always watching their shows to motivate me. All right, well, these are how the top pros do it. So let me try it that way. This is how they're dressing. This is how they're talking. This is how they're. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, this is something I'll go off of and piggyback off, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Sounds good. And now it's so interesting because watching guys like Ryan Serhant, Frederick Eklund, Luis Ortiz, these guys that I originally saw in $1 Million Listing New York. Yeah. Now I'm speaking on stage with a guy like Ryan Serhant, which was so cool.
That's amazing.
That was such a fun experience. I couldn't believe it. So it's nice, and it was that quote that I saw once before. It's like, make your idols your rivals, and I'm like, okay, all right, so here's an idol, and now we got things going on together, and it's just interesting stuff.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, but so like little guys like that, it's just getting some sort of source of inspiration. Yeah. And I don't know, just at the end of the day, it's what actually makes you happy. That's honestly the corniest thing ever, but it's so
comes
true.
Down to that, yeah.
It really does come down to that.
I feel like a lot of the most corny lines are actually the most
true.
Like,
Amen.
You can't avoid it.
Amen. Amen.
So how were your first couple months when you started? How was do you remember your first deal and getting adjusted into the new career? How did it go?
Terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible. Yeah, it was my parents' investment property.
Okay.
And they bought it a year before I got my license. Okay. And a year later, I was like, guys, you bought it for $255. You bought it for $155. You can sell it for $250 now. Like and they didn't do anything to it. So I thought this was real estate. Like, wow, you buy a house a year ago, you can sell it for $100K more. So immediately, I'm like, this is great. Yeah. Like, okay, I want to buy investment properties. Yeah. But then I realized that was a dime in a dozen. You're not ever going to get that kind of occasion. So, so I sold their house. It was someone that came in from an open house. Okay. And, the agent brought them. And funny enough, that was my first deal 4 years ago. And today, that agent that brought me my first deal is my partner now. Really? It's just funny. Yeah, we opened up our own office now, so we have a Remax in East Windsor. Okay. We just opened up 2 weeks ago. Like, we're brand new. Congrats. Thank you. That's awesome. So it's interesting stuff.
I didn't know you were a partner. I saw your team, the venture.
Yeah, venture. Yeah. Right, so Angel is the broker now. Okay. And so he's one of the owners of the entire company. And they brought me on as a CTO, so Chief Talent Officer, looking to recruit, bring on new faces, brand awareness, social media, and all that fun jazz. That's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't know that you were that involved in the team. I thought maybe you were like a team member. I didn't know you were like partners over the office. I had no idea. So I keep it on the down low. I got things that I talk about, and then that's awesome. So then with social media, did you go in immediately with social media and just start doing that as soon as you became an agent? Or did you kind of like feel it out a little bit? Like, how was it getting used to doing social media for real estate? Were you uncomfortable in front of the camera, becoming a brand versus running a social media page? Cool. So yeah, super uncomfortable in the beginning because I didn't know what to talk about. Yeah. I was talking about the hardwood floors and stainless steel appliances, and I don't know, is that quartz? Is that marble? Is that granite? I don't know. So it's like tough to think of things. So yeah, the first few videos were total just mess ups. Yeah. But you got to start somewhere. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that and don't acknowledge that. And that's why they keep postponing, just keep postponing and postponing. I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll wait for that house, and then you never get that house. Oh, it wasn't meant to be. It's like,
Right.
just do it. Just stop.
Just throw yourself in the fire, basically.
Just do it, right? Even if you mess up, even if you say something wrong, it's just, you test it out. Let your audience tell you, you screwed up.
Yeah.
Your hair was off, you got a booger in your nose, like whatever, own it, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta do it to get feedback and just learn
Right.
from your own mistakes. But the first few times, it was just video content creation, creating content on whatever I possibly could. I didn't have listings, I didn't have any deals.
Yeah.
My first year I sold 4 houses.
Okay.
You know, one of them was my parents' investment property, so it's just like, doesn't really count.
Right,
And the
right.
other one, my brother was living in that investment property, so I bought him a house. So it was just like, okay,
That's how you
it
start,
still
though.
counts though,
Yeah,
right?
that's how you
Still
start.
counts. So I tested it out, and I was just working with what I had. That's what you have to do, is work with what you have.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I was just pushing along, posting whatever I could on social media, but that's when I started to realize more and more, the more that you post, the more people in your following audience know about what you're about.
Yeah. Right.
So if I'm not gonna be posting about real estate in my life, like what else are they gonna know me for? They knew me for the DJ and the that and fashion, whatever else I was posting back then, God knows what.
Yeah.
They knew me for that. I had to rebrand, into what I really want to push on a daily basis now, which is real estate, social media, branding. This is stuff that
Right.
it's just in my blood and veins now.
Yeah.
That's what people should probably be posting more so of. You know, if you love football, if you love America, you're prideful, you love real estate, you love showing houses, you love cars, whatever you love.
Whatever your passion is.
Whatever your passion is, like, it's naturally gonna splurt out of you. So
Right.
you might as well make it part of your brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you build a brand.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to what you were saying about, people being critical or you being a little nervous posting at first, I think the thing is that we might think in our heads that, everybody's watching us and they're gonna be critical of us and I don't look the right way or I'm not speaking the right way, I'm new to this, I'm new to the business, whatever, like such things come in your head. People don't even think like that. That's just us thinking that. You know what I mean? People see it and they're like, oh, I should be doing that. Like if you're posting videos and videos and videos and you have a booger or something like you're saying, like nobody's even thinking about that except for you.
Yeah.
What it really comes down to, and a lot of people aren't posting enough, and they need to just
No, they're not.
put themselves out there. Like no matter what, no matter what you're putting out there, you have to be pushing out content. I mean, and you're gonna start somewhere, even if it's like shitty content.
Still content.
You still gotta put your brand out there.
And then just to go off of that real quick is, what I say is that as significant as content is, it's insignificant at the same time.
Okay.
What I mean by that is it takes me an hour to craft this video. It's beautiful, it looks good, it looks clean, it sounds great, audio is good, chose a nice track, right? You put some thought into it.
Yeah.
As soon as you post it, it's significant, really significant. The second that someone sees it, they're gonna engage with it, they're gonna love it, and what are they gonna do next? Scroll away.
Right.
It becomes insignificant just like that.
Right.
Which means what? Your hour was probably put into really good content,
Yeah.
but now you're putting expectations into that audience member to know that next time you're gonna be posting, it's probably gonna be something similar. Where people go wrong is that they don't post something next because they said, oh, I put so much love into that one video, I put so much energy,
Right.
like I'm good. You're not good.
No.
You gotta continue doing that. Maybe not to that level, but do something like that again soon.
Consistency.
Be consistent,
Yeah.
and people just completely lose focus. So as significant content is, it's insignificant at the same time. You post, you better believe you need to post again.
Yeah.
Hence why I talk about, and I'll get into really techie talk right now, put
Yeah.
the nerd glasses on.
Go for it.
Algorithms.
Right.
We've heard of algorithms. People that don't know what an algorithm is, everything's got one. These microphones have one, my phone, the camera, the laptop, everything has a way of working.
Right.
And so Instagram has an algorithm, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, everyone has an algorithm. How do you take advantage of the algorithm to get yourself more exposure is when it comes down to guys like me. Like, I know these things because I've learned them from influencers and celebrities, and they
Right.
have inside secrets, which I'm now bringing to real estate.
Yeah.
Realtors don't even know how to post a picture.
No.
To the fact that I know like so much behind it is
Yeah.
why people reach out to me. They're like, so what's the algorithm? So one of the algorithms I'll talk about right now is posting minimum 5 times a day on your Instagram story.
Stories.
5.
Yeah.
That's like the magic number that Instagram likes.
Mm.
Once you post 5 times a day on your story, kind of tells Instagram like, oh, like, okay, you're an active user.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for using our platform. We appreciate you. Here's some love.
We're gonna push you up a little bit.
We're gonna push you up a little bit. Right, exactly. If people go crazy now, 20 stories a day, 30, 50, and someone's at a concert and they oh man, you're off. You're not getting the love that you think you're gonna get because now you're just annoying.
Right.
But you want to make sure that you're at least feeding the algorithm, giving the algorithm what it wants. So one of them is 5 times a day. Minimum, post 5 times a day on your story. Whatever you can do. Twice in the morning, twice in the afternoon, twice in the evening. Just spread it out.
Yeah.
Get your following to know that you're constantly posting. There you go. There's your consistency. You're having a problem with consistency, post 5 times a day on your story.
And there's no background work to that either. That's just a quick picture in the office, a quick picture at a showing, like whatever it is. There's no
just
time.
Like 2 things like that are so easy, and there's so much content, and I don't understand how when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I don't have content to post."
Right.
There's so much content around. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of this black screen. I'll put a quote on it if I have to.
Yeah.
Best real estate investment is whatever, or your best investment in life is investing in real estate yesterday, or whatever. Like
Right.
Motivational something.
People overthink it too much. I mean,
overthink like that's a piece of content. What you said is content. Just this podcast is content. Everything is content.
Absolutely.
Post everything you can.
Yeah, I think people also think that it's not going to be maybe entertaining what they're posting, and they're worried about that. They're like, this might be boring, or but it's just overthinking really, and you just commit to it, throw yourself in the fire, start posting, and you'll get better.
100%.
Basically. So when did things start snowballing on social media? Because now you're at like 45,000 on Instagram, 10,000 on TikTok. You're just blown up right now.
Yeah. So Instagram, I want to say that was 2017.
Okay.
I had about 8,700 followers. The only reason I remember that because I was doing my analytics that year. I was like, let's see how fast I can grow. So I had 8,700 followers, which were hockey friends and some friends from entrepreneurships and networking and followers that just followed me randomly.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I found the niche. I found what my niche wants, and I gave it to them on a daily basis, very consistent. My niche is realtors that want free tips and tricks on social media and personal branding.
Right.
They want inspiration. They want content ideas, and that's exactly what I give them. There was never, Gary Vee says it best, is give, and then ask for something in return.
Right.
Jab, right hook. So I said, all right, well, let me do that. Let me give a lot before I even ask for anything. I never hooked. I was just constant jabs. Like I was getting tired. Constant jabs. Just do this for your Instagram. Do that for your Instagram. Here's on the podcast interview that I did where I talked about this, where I did this, where I did that. Where there was never a time when I said, give me something, please. There was never a time when I said, looking to buy or sell real estate, contact me.
Right.
Jesus. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even do that. It's just constant value, and then eventually I built up my own online course. Now I have a masterclass at grecoaching.com where I talk about just that. How to build your Instagram, how to build your personal brand, how to really get leads from it. Now I have a jab to hit people with. But now I've built up so much trust within people that they're going to be like, dude, you've given me so much at this point. Like, I cannot only imagine what else you're going to give me if I pay for it. Like, you've given me so much for free. I cannot imagine, right? So now I'm jabbing. But I'm still continuing to give. So now I'm entering the whole phase of jab, right hook, jab.
Right.
So you got to figure out what your niche is about. But that's kind of when I realized what it was, 2017, 3 years ago.
Was there any spark or any like specific moment like where you saw the followers start like bumping up, or was this gradual climb?
Yeah, and I feel like that's where real growth is. It takes time for something to grow. I've seen so many people that went from 0 followers to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 150,000. It's like, where's the middle? Where did that happen?
Yeah.
So that tells me they bought them, it's fake, it's not real. And what is, I posted it on my Instagram not too long ago. I said, what is a fake following good for? It boosts your ego, definitely doesn't boost your piggy bank. Right? You want to make sure you figure out what is going to actually boost your money side of things. It's a real following. You want to build a real following, not a fake following. It's going to boost your ego. You'll feel good about it. You can go to podcasts and say, yeah, I have 150,000 followers now. It's like, great, good for you.
It's not doing any business for you.
What's your ROI from that?
Right.
Oh, well, a lot of exposure. Oh, that's good. Is it converting? Well, no, I don't.
Yeah, I think some people have the mentality that having the appearance of followers will bring the real followers.
Sometimes it does. You got to do it the right way, and it's very rare for that to happen because then their head blows up. They think they've made it, and you know what? I applaud those people because they make my job much easier. So God bless.
That's interesting though that from the beginning you were kind of pushing out your coaching material and not like posting about listings or a buyer being a buyer's agent or about real estate. You were pushing more about tips and tricks for realtors to use on social media.
Because that was my passion.
Okay.
That's the passion. Real estate, at the end of the day, is not my absolute true passion.
Yeah.
I know how to do it.
Okay.
I don't do it well. I know that for a fact. But boy, will I hustle and I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
For example, I'll just use this example. The most latest listing that I have, 180 unit listing. Like I would never imagine in my life to get a 180 unit listing.
That's huge.
And they're all rentals, starting at $1,950 all the way up to $2,500. Like I would never think I can get an opportunity like that. But for some reason, a realtor on Instagram reached out to me and said, hey, I have a project, an opportunity, let's work on it together. Let's go.
Amazing.
She gave it to me, she's like, you do it, I can't do it, and I was like, absolutely, let's go.
Why not?
But that happened through Instagram. That happened from me giving her value. She came to my event, the one I was talking about before actually, that was Ryan Serhan. She came to that event.
Oh, really?
I saw her all the way in the back, and then for some reason we just started talking at the end, and we just chatted. She's like, I've been following you. You've been giving me so much tips on Instagram.
You never know who's watching.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I never know who's watching. You know what? Gary Vee might come across this podcast.
I hope he does.
You know what? If he does, boy, shout out, Gary. But you never know. Someone might say, listen, gee, I was listening to this one podcast and they were talking about something. Listen to it.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know who's watching.
No.
So do you have a team now that works? I went on your website a little bit. I saw like there was some people listed at the bottom.
Yeah.
Do you have a team that helps you curate the content now, or are you still mostly involved with making the videos, posting, or do you have like an editing team and a marketing team?
I have a team. I have a team for sure, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that gives the approval.
Gotcha.
So and then sometimes no one sees what I see, so I'll be like, all right, let me just do it.
Yeah.
And so I still do it, which I shouldn't be, and I know, because I have so many other money-making things I should be doing. But at the end of the day, content creation, the creative perspective overall is what I'm truly happy about. Like, I love sitting behind the screen and creating content and editing a video. I love that stuff. It cheers me up. I could be up till 5 a.m. just doing that stuff. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not going to make me money
passion.
right now. That's the passion.
Yeah.
So I want to teach others how to do similar things. Create your own content. But I do have a team right now. I just hired an assistant not too long ago, which was so cool. I never thought I would do that anytime soon, but no, I just did that too. And it's just a gradual growth. So I have marketing, I have a team that helps me with the editing side of things, my photographers, videographers, so but, you know, and just to give a little tip for others as well, is if you can't afford a team, get some high schoolers, get some college kids that love this stuff, just say, listen, I'll pay you off a commission. If you don't have money and you can't afford one, a commission. Listen, for the next project, you help me take pictures of this project, I'll give you 7%, I don't know. Like, come up with it. I'll give you 7% commission of this, which could be $100, it could be $2,000 that you don't know. But it's money that you're willing to give away.
There are plenty of people willing to do that.
Plenty. So
portfolios and stuff.
I'll build your portfolio and you help me out with that.
Exactly.
And that's what it comes down to.
So once things started taking off with social media, you kind of became like the social media guru guy. You were talking about how, you know, real estate, the social media guru is more of your real passion than the real estate, correct?
Right.
So do you see it slowly phasing out the real estate, or do you think you'll always be involved as an agent moving forward?
I never wanted to be a realtor full-time, and I don't think I want to either.
Yeah.
But I want to have a team that's under me where I supervise them. So I'll almost have like the final say at the end of the day.
Okay.
Because I know branding is everything.
Yeah.
I know eventually my name will be even bigger, which I aim for, and others should aim for it too. How do I grow my name so it's so big in my local area, whatever your area is, that others will want to just naturally want to work with me? And I'm talking home buyers, sellers, renters. How can consumers want to work with me to that point where I'm so in demand, I have a team to go ahead and just funnel them those leads. So I want to get to that point where my name is so big, people will go ahead and approach me for business, and I'll just say, absolutely, I'll take care of it, no problem. And then I'll give it to my team members, and I'll still have the final say in it, right?
Right.
So I want to help out in any way that I can. I brought on a girl recently, and she's been in the business for a little bit, but this is her first time really diving deep into it. And she was I helped her put together the offer for the one that was accepted today, for example.
Nice.
She was so happy. She's like, oh my God, this is my first offer. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. And then you know what? I feel phenomenal at the end of the day because she wrote it up. I told her how to do it. I said, do this, do that. Like I taught her.
Right.
Inside, I'm a teacher.
Okay.
My parents always said it. I said, I don't want to be a teacher. Stop it. No, don't. No.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to realize, oh shit, it's true.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am a teacher in me, and I love teaching. I love guiding. I love helping. That's just my true passion.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you see yourself, as you get bigger and bigger, do you see yourself more going towards the direction of maybe like a Gary Vee type situation where you're part of your own firm that's like a marketing advertising firm and you're teaching these companies how to market themselves through social media? Or do you see yourself more of as a public speaker figure? I mean, Gary Vee kind of does both of those, so it's like a mix.
It would be a mix. What
Okay.
I see myself doing is traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Once COVID passes, hopefully, right?
Probably.
Knock on wood. But yeah, so I definitely want to just travel the world and bring my inspiration and value and knowledge to the whole world if I can. And
That's
I've
awesome.
started to travel lately.
You've done some speaking gigs, right?
I've done some speaking gigs. I'm now an international speaker, which is
Oh
so
my
cool.
gosh.
I spoke in Europe.
That's
in front
awesome.
of a college of like, I don't know, 60 students, of
Yeah.
tech geeks. It was funny. They were saying the whole month before like planning it out, they're like, "You're gonna speak in English. You're good." I'm like, "All right, cool." And I get there, they're like, "All right." Last hour before, they're like, "You're speaking in Slovak, which is where I'm from."
Okay.
And they're like, "You're speaking in Slovak." I'm like, "Oh no!"
You had everything planned and prepared?
Everything planned and prepared. But you know what? I ran through it for a solid 43 minutes. I counted to the dot because I was sweating. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't imagine the pressure of being on stage in front of like so many people.
Then speaking in a different language, which I
Yeah,
can speak, but it's
that
like
as well. On top of it.
it's like talking about algorithms and this. I'm like, how do I say that in Slovak?
Oh
It's
man.
funny. But the point is that I love that. I love traveling. I love seeing this world. I love teaching, like I was saying a few minutes ago. But what do I see really myself doing? Being a part of the team, being that team leader in a way, and just having people underneath me, teaching them how to do things, guiding them the right way, and then just doing my own thing along the way. So maybe hiring another guy underneath me to supervise them while I'm away.
Right.
So it's just, but I see myself traveling a lot.
That's awesome.
That's 100%.
Yeah, I think everybody would love to travel and be able to do work and on the road and.
I've always wanted to find a
Yeah.
job that can help me do that, and I never found the one. It's like pre-med. It's like, how is that going to help me?
Right,
I gotta be stuck. Office, like I don't know. I gotta be stuck in an office. So it's like teacher, I'm stuck in one town. It's like I can't find it. And then I realized there's this whole world of building a brand, being so big that you just naturally in demand.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I really want to push for within the next 5 years. So I'm gonna be 30 in 4 years.
Okay.
And it's just like I would love to have my own house by then, have investment properties by then, travel a lot before I, find a family, find the right one, settle down and have responsibilities.
Yeah.
So before that all happens, I want to kind of figure out my stuff and just enjoy and explore.
Definitely. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna cut to a quick ad break and we'll be right back. This episode is also sponsored by Josh Blair with Family First Funding. Buying a home should be one of life's greatest moments. Creating a happy customer is not just an idea, it's a tangible result that Josh strives to achieve on every single transaction. Josh's biggest passion and drive today is still the same, helping others achieve their personal goals and dreams. At Family First Funding, their mission is to set high standards in the mortgage industry, and they are committed to quality customer service, putting the people they serve first. Take advantage of their expertise in the residential lending industry by calling Josh Blair today. You will find that the skill, professionalism, and consideration they give to each of their clients is what will make getting your loan a successful endeavor. You can reach Josh personally anytime at 732-904-7856. Again, his number is 732-904-7856. And I can testify personally, I work with Josh on many deals. He is my preferred lender, and he does an amazing job. His team is available around the clock, 24/7. I call and text him anytime. So if you're a realtor looking to work with a new lender who's going to be reliable, answer your calls, and be on top of your deals, he's the guy to go to. And last but not least, we have Goldfinch Title. Goldfinch Title is backed by Trident Abstract out of Wall Township. A leader in the industry, Trident has been in business since 1976. At Goldfinch, they have specialized teams ready to respond with solutions tailored to your needs, whatever they may be. This ensures that you receive maximum responsiveness, cost effectiveness, and efficiency. In partnership with their growing networks of offices around the globe, they have the flexibility to service national and multinational customers. Communication is key, and from the moment your offer is accepted, Goldfinch representatives will walk you through every step of the process. I can personally vet for them as well. I've worked with them on many deals. They work with my preferred attorney, and I've had nothing but a pleasure working with them, and every transaction that's in their hands has gone extremely smooth. Goldfinch has been vetted by most major banks and lenders. They offer full settlement services, making the process with them simple and completely cohesive. So if you're interested in working with them, call 732-547-2242 for a quote today or to learn more about their services. Again, the number is 732-547-2242. All right, we're back. So I want to talk about TikTok now. The most viral of all social medias to ever come out of the world.
Let's go.
Of China.
Yes.
So you were on TikTok. You post a lot on TikTok. And obviously a lot of content creators hopped on there because they saw that it was getting a lot of growth and it was becoming more popular. Have you got any business from TikTok? Any conversion?
I have.
Yeah?
I pre-approved 3 leads from TikTok.
That is awesome.
One of them just fired me the other day.
Oh no.
She's like, you don't text me enough. She's like,
Oh
I'm
my
working with another realtor. I'm like, listen, you call me in the most busiest time ever. Like, I don't blame
man.
you. Young girl. She's like in the 20s.
Are they all younger clients?
Yeah, they're younger.
Yeah.
They're younger,
Okay.
absolutely. I have one client right now. They're in their 30s, I want to say.
Okay.
But they came into my TikTok live one night, and I was just talking about real estate and stuff like that, answering questions, and I had a lot of TikTok people in there, and they're like, oh, I just followed you, and oh, how do I buy a house? And they're asking these questions, and this girl comes in, her name is Lisa.
Yeah.
And Lisa was like, oh, I'm thinking about buying a house in this area, Old Bridge. I'm like, that's right down the road from me. Like, okay, yeah, how can I help you? And I was like, let's connect on Instagram afterwards. She's like, all right, cool. So I reached out to her, sent her a voicemail, video message. I was like, what's up, Lisa? Thanks for coming on my TikTok live. Like, how can I help you? I'm just looking to buy. I have enough of Bayonne. And she just goes into her thing. She's like, I can't rent anymore. I need to buy. So I got her. I'm working on getting her pre-approved right now.
Nice.
She's looking for a nice multifamily. She's got
awesome.
things, you know. But like, how did that all happen, right? TikTok is such a new platform that it's still very fresh to understanding what its algorithms, how they work, how they're going to function. So how this specific time, how I got this lead was me being a social media guy, right, trying to experiment and beta test as to what is TikTok about right now, how is TikTok working, what do you need to do to take advantage of it. And I saw TikTok change its algorithm for that week, and I realized the algorithm that was changed was I realized all the videos that I was seeing on the Explore, the For You page, like the Explore page on Instagram, right? The For You page, I'm seeing all these videos and I'm seeing New Jersey, PA, Jersey, and I'm thinking, hold on, I'm seeing a lot of people do hashtag Jersey, or I'm seeing people talking about Jersey, or I'm seeing these accounts and they're in Jersey. I'm thinking, okay, now TikTok is experimenting with not going worldwide for the Explore, but just the demographic in the area you're in. So now it like took your location, and so now I'm thinking, all right, well now would be a good time for me to create a piece of content that shows that I'm a realtor in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
So I was like, all right, well let me create something. So I saw a trending video. It was a trending song, right, a soundtrack, and it was, I think it was like a song. I don't even remember what it was. But I realized a lot of people were doing a trend to it where it was like constant changing pictures, right? To every beat of the song, it was like change picture, and so I'm thinking, what if I did that, but instead of doing pictures of my life, I'll do it of houses. So I was like, all right, well let me do it of houses starting from 100,000 all the way up to 1 million.
Nice.
So I was like, New Jersey, what you can buy in New Jersey from 100,000 to 1 million.
That's smart.
And then it got into it. Boom, 100,000, 200,000, 300, and I showed all these types of houses. So what happened? All of these people in Jersey all of a sudden like, oh no, you can't buy that. Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's real. I live there. And you started getting all these people engaging.
That's good.
And so I'm just sitting back. I'm like, all right, go.
Yeah.
Keep talking. This is helping.
Yeah, it's pushing it up.
Yeah, people are talking like, oh, that house is this house is that. You can't buy that. And then all of a sudden, this person saw that. And then another video after that, I made another same thing, right? So if one asks, how do you blow up on TikTok? Find a trending song, a trending video, recreate it in your brand's terminology. So my brand is real estate. So on TikTok, top 5 things that sell in this world: humor, entertainment, education, babies, animals, and sex. These things sell. So I went with the whole TikTok Vine approach. What worked on Vine? Right?
Humor.
Humor. It just comes down to humor. Instagram, you got humor, you got education, you got inspiration, you got fashion, you got the whole nine on
Everything.
Instagram now. But TikTok is video based. Videos you don't have enough time in the day to really put your focus on it. People don't have time. They're like, just give me what I want and let me go. So people go onto TikTok for their daily dose of humor, entertainment.
Yeah.
So you can't go on there and start educating or
Right.
doing something boring. No one gives a shit.
Right.
That's just very true. You gotta give them what they want.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's gonna be entertainment. So I
Yeah.
said, let me create a entertaining piece of content that is gonna teach them something, will make them relatable, level of commonality.
Yeah.
So I said, let me start taking trendy songs, trending kind of videos, and recreate it in real estate terms. So I did that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I did another video that was talking about, like, it was a trendy song. It lasted for like maybe 13 seconds.
Mhm.
But in that 13 seconds, I talked about the 4 things that a buyer needs to know before buying a house.
Okay.
So I was like pointing, and all of a sudden text pops up, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, you don't need 20% down payment. You can do 3%. You need a realtor, and this, like, all. And so this lead saw that. She's like, I didn't know you only need 20% down. Like, yeah, 3% is good if you qualify for it and this and that, depending on if you're conventional, FHA. She's like, this is great, I had no idea. Like, let me connect you with my guy, he'll tell you more.
That's so awesome.
It's just,
I'm surprised to hear that. I mean, I'm sure I figured you were gonna tell me something like that, but like TikTok is so hard. I feel like it's like the audience is very it's a younger demographic, definitely.
for sure.
And
But this is your audience that is eventually gonna buy, eventually gonna sell.
Yeah.
Might as well start learning their language now so you can speak it later when they're ready.
That's very true.
What do they speak? They speak the whoa, they speak all this
Yeah.
nonsense. Hey, you gotta give it to them. It's like, we laugh at it, but that's how they speak.
Yeah.
So you gotta speak it that way.
And it's probably, the leads that you are getting from there are going to be very hot because there's not that many realtors probably on there targeting it, especially in New Jersey. Like, how many could there possibly be on TikTok? Not that many. And unlike Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, any other social medias, YouTube, TikTok is, the point of entry is a lot harder for the older generation of realtors. It's a lot harder. So you're kind of, you tap into that market and all those buyers are yours because there's not many realtors on there.
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about USA potentially banning TikTok?
It's a conversation that has been brought up many times now.
Yeah? You talked about it?
Oh yeah, so many
Where?
times.
On a podcast or?
Podcast, people ask it all the time.
Yeah.
It's a question, people always ask, like, what's going on with TikTok? I see you constantly promoting it, but now it's gonna be banned. Are you afraid?
Right.
I'm not afraid.
No.
It's I personally don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
So let's go with that, right?
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen. The reason why is because, think about it. When a new platform is introduced to social media, there has to be certain amount of people that run through it, check it off, confirm it, approve it, make sure it's running properly, and then approve it finally. Like,
Right, to go on the App Store and stuff.
so, like, why would all these guys approve something wrong if they saw something incorrect with it? Oh, well, they're taking your information. Well, that's not good. This is good. Oh, you know what? Let's push it out anyway. No way. There's no way. People go in the USA, people in Europe, people in all the continents.
Yeah.
I'm sure they ran through their whole checklist to make sure that. Okay, so but now we're talking about, India already banned it.
Yeah.
These guys are already banning it. Well, these guys are already banning. Why? Honestly, why are they banning it? To be honest, media is very loud. They might ban it just because they're hearing other people talking about it.
Right.
They might see that others are, they're getting their data stolen. You think Instagram isn't stealing our data, or Facebook?
Right, they all are.
It's happening regardless.
Oh, yeah, of
Are they
course.
taking it on a different level? Maybe. But at the end of the day, it's like, this world can take your.
Nothing is private anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? So I'm not gonna try to fight it. Take my info. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Feel free, take it.
Give me a call, I'll help you find a house.
Give me a call. I'll help you answer any questions that you have about me. It's just to that point now.
Yeah.
Of course, for security reasons, don't take my passwords and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Yeah.
But the point is that I think media is pushing things a little too loud.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
TikTok is one of those platforms that is so new, and I'll give you this analogy, right? This whole thing that just happened not so long ago with T-Mobile, right? With Sprint and
Right.
some, I don't even know what happened. All I know is that T-Mobile went down for the day.
Yeah.
I was enraged. I was like, I have T-Mobile. Like, I have people that are calling me.
Yeah.
I have so many things going on. Like, I cannot afford this right now. I was so pissed off with T-Mobile that day. And then all of a sudden later on at night, I see an article being posted. Oh, AT&T went down. and Verizon went down, and these guys went down.
Mm.
Like, did they? And I also I'm texting some people in Instagram because I got Wi-Fi, so I'm reaching out to people and like I have Verizon, I have AT&T, I didn't go down.
Just publicity stunt to
It's
cover
publicity,
that.
right? So T-Mobile
Damage
probably
control.
like, let's just exactly. Let's just make everyone seem bad.
Yeah.
And then it'll calm people down.
Yeah.
And so very similar to that, right? Maybe Instagram got together with
Maybe.
Twitter
Wow.
and YouTube, and it was like, you know what? They are doing so well because think about it. Instagram is now losing followers because of TikTok.
Definitely.
Why? Because
Mm.
TikTok is providing more organic traffic to that page versus the Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram entered a very pay-to-play era a few years back when Mark Zuckerberg bought Instagram.
Mm.
The second Mark bought Instagram, Mark said, you know what, I'm going to instill the whole Facebook mentality into Instagram where now you have to charge for advertisements, charge for sponsorships. You want more engagement and traffic, you got to pay for it.
Mm.
Instagram 10 years ago, for your 10 followers that you had, 9 of them were seeing your stuff. Today, for your 10 followers on Instagram, you're lucky if 1 or 2 sees it.
Mm.
You want more? Oh, you want more? Okay, pay for it. Oh, now you get 5. Oh, you pay more for 9. You know, it's like, damn. But TikTok is kind of just like a free-for-all.
Right.
If you want exposure, post a video.
Post a good video, it might end up on somebody's page.
So I got on TikTok in May 2019. I was in Europe speaking at that event, and this was the first time I learned about TikTok. And I'm on TikTok, and I see a few videos, and all of a sudden it's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm scrolling. I can't make it up. I was up till 4 a.m. watching videos. I was like, why was I just hooked?
Yeah.
Why was I just hooked for 6 hours on
It's
this
quick.
thing?
It's quick. It's easy to consume. It's just like.
And then the next day I was like, I'm gonna create a video to see what happens. So I had 0 followers in May of 2019. Okay. Posted a video, had 100 views. Now I'm thinking that's interesting. Like I have 0 followers. Where do those 100 views come from?
Right.
All right, whatever. Next video, next day, 200 views. All right, cool. Next video, 300 views. This is interesting. 4th video I post, 67,000 views. Now I'm thinking, what just happened? Like, where did that come from?
You hit something.
I must have hit a button that really pushed that. So I'm thinking, wow, that's so interesting how TikTok just gave me so much organic traffic.
Yeah.
And so now I'm thinking in my mind, how can I make more content so I can continue getting those crazy amounts of views?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's going to push more traffic into my brand, into my page, which will eventually funnel into my Instagram, my YouTube, my website, my coaching program. I mean, just alone from real estate, I had about 15 leads from TikTok. 3 of them I actually got pre-approved.
Awesome.
From TikTok, I think I have maybe 6 clients now, 6 students now for my coaching stuff too.
Oh, awesome.
Realtors just saying, dude, I love your stuff. I'm like, dude, I teach you how to do this stuff. Dude, teach me. I'm like, dude. Like,
yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Start talking. But yeah, so TikTok is good.
Yeah. So you heard it here first from Ed Stulak. The conspiracy is Facebook and Instagram are going for TikTok. It's a conspiracy within a conspiracy.
Yes.
No, he had a TikTok page. I mean, he was getting a couple hundred views every video, and then he posted some video he made. A scammer like sold him some fake AirPods, and he went back and confronted the guy and filmed it.
Nice.
And out of nowhere, it blew up. How many likes did you get on it?
Like
100,000. 100,000. And he was only getting a couple hundred views every video, and then boom, just. I mean, it happens. You know, enough people like it, and it's getting pushed on everybody's feed. It's very, like you're saying, a very organic platform where anything can really happen. The possibilities of you getting blowing up are just endless.
Because again, it's the algorithm.
Yeah.
That video right there. How long was that video?
I actually cut it up into 3 different videos. I wanted
He's
to
like part 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Follow the part 2.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
So that reeled people into your page though.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you got a good following from that. I'm sure you got a lot of engagement.
His account got banned though now. He somebody reported it for who knows why. But he lost
things
his account.
happen. But anyway, that stuff right there is what reels people into your page.
Yeah.
And the algorithm saw that out of 100 views, your first 100 views, you got 67 likes and probably 20 comments. That's really good engagement.
Thank you for pushing it.
So it's a ladder. It's like how much engagement can you get out of 100 views? Oh, if you do well on this level, we'll push you up to the next level.
Yeah.
And it'll keep going and going until you keep going, and then it'll realize the conversion rate. Once the conversion rate starts to slow down, then it'll stop pushing it.
Yeah.
Another cool algorithm about TikTok is that you can post 23 videos today, and they will sporadically kind of push themselves out there. So if you post 23 today, it'll push tomorrow, it'll push next week, it'll push 3 weeks from now, and you don't know which one will blow up. I have one video that just hit 100,000 views again.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Really?
It's just like, why? I posted it 4 weeks ago. It's like, why now?
Yeah.
It happens.
If it's engaging content, it'll get the likes, it'll get pushed up to the top. That's really like whenever I'm watching a video and I see it's a funny video, I always check the likes. I'm like, how many likes does this have? They always have a ton of likes if they're actually good if it's a good video, good content, or funny.
And what did we say before? You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
Don't know. That little kid might be like, oh my god, my parents were just talking about buying a house. Oh,
Yeah.
Mom, look.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's funny. So how much of your business would you say, well, like what percentage from social media in general, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anything, how much of your business would you say you actually do from there?
76.
76%?
76%.
Okay.
Yeah, I have those analytics. I was just interviewed by New York Weekly.
I saw, congrats, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so they were saying, they were asking me just that question. They're like, so how much business do you actually get from social media? All my leads are social media. I have one person that I got from a referral from a colleague of mine at the office.
Yeah.
She's like, here, work this guy. I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. Literally the only one. Zillow, I don't do Zillow. Realtor,
You don't pay for any leads?
I don't. And that's also another thing that pushed me to understanding how to use social media better and better and better. 4 years ago when I entered real estate, I don't have money to invest. How am I supposed to go and invest money into real estate and Realtor.com and Zillow and this and
It's
that?
a lot of money.
I don't have money. I barely have $50 to buy gas. Like, how are you expecting me to
Yeah.
go ahead and do this now?
Yeah.
No shot. So I said, how can I use social media to get it for free, get exposure for free? I'm getting listings, I'm getting buyer leads, I'm getting renters. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm getting everything that I want to. And also on top of that, it's not like when a Zillow lead calls, I have to fight for it. I have to prove them that I'm a great realtor.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Someone reaches out to me on Instagram and be like, I saw your stuff, love it. I want to talk about listing my house.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to go and compete with 5 others now.
Right, right.
If they went to me, I love that. I'd rather have
Absolutely.
business chase me than the opposite.
No, that's really good. And you're also building your brand while you're doing it.
Building
So
the brand, yeah.
you're not, it's paying for leads. I mean, I talk to a lot of agents on this show and off this show, and paying for leads, ultimately, you're losing a lot of money. There's so many organic ways to be getting those leads.
There are. It takes time. It
Yeah.
takes time. Some people don't have time, so they'll go and invest into Zillow, which I'm
Yeah.
for. That's totally fine. But if you have your own way that works,
Yeah.
say door knocking.
Might as well target it.
When I was door knocking. I haven't door knocked in about 2 years now.
Yeah.
But when I was door knocking, I hit condominiums. I hit condos. Why? Because the door is like 10 feet away from the next one.
Right.
I'll do it in an hour. I'll hit like 200 doors. Knock knock. Hey, interested? No. Knock knock.
Yeah.
Interested? No. And I got a seller lead from that. I got buyer leads from that. So it worked. Of course, they weren't bigger tickets.
Right,
But,
right.
But the point is that you got to find out what works for you, push for that, and don't stop.
Yeah.
Just push for that.
Find your
Make that
specialty and
source.
just
Find your
go all in
specialty.
on it, tunnel vision. So we kind of talked about this earlier, but I had to wrap up the episode a little bit. I had some questions. Where do you see yourself in 10 to 20 years? Maybe we talked about like you want to travel and things like that, and be able to speak. So maybe let's say next 5 years, where do you want to be?
I am thinking. I think like the ultimate goal, which I don't talk about too often, is being in like a show, movies,
Yeah.
something of that sort. Like I would love that type of exposure.
$1 million listing, like be on it.
Something of that sort, but not exactly. Like again, that is more so of real estate. I don't want to focus or funnel myself down into only real estate. Like I
Right.
would love, for example, Apple or Microsoft or maybe Dell or maybe McDonald's or Lexus to reach out to me like, listen, we want your brand strategy for the year. Like what's going on, what
That'd
works.
be awesome.
I'd be like, ooh, okay, so now I want to be hired after that stuff.
Okay.
So I want to be looked upon as the brand strategist overall, not just for real estate.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
estate
yeah.
is right now.
Right.
But the long-term vision, I want people to recognize me as such a big brand, such
Yeah.
a big face, that they'll be like, we want to, I don't know, here, please wear this, we'll
Right.
pay you.
Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans reach out.
What's his name? Ronaldinho, right? The soccer player. He makes more money from sponsors than he actually does from playing soccer. Roger Federer, the tennis player, he makes more money from what is it called? IQ. I forgot what the Uniqlo.
Okay.
Uniqlo, the company.
Yeah.
They pay him more. They said Uniqlo literally came up to Roger Federer, and Roger Federer has his own brand, right? Roger Federer, Nike. And all of a sudden they said, we will pay you more than what your own company gives you, just wear us for the next 13 years or whatever it is. And you cannot wear your stuff. If you're gonna play tennis, you cannot wear your stuff. If you're gonna do this, you cannot wear your stuff.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, okay. I think he made like $81 million just off of that. and tennis did not
That's
even make a
insane.
fraction off of that. So the point is that the bigger the brand, the bigger the face that you have, the more people will want you to, here, please wear this.
Yeah.
We'll pay you.
Yeah.
That sounds like
You're
an easy life to
basically a
live.
representative of them.
Representative of them,
Yeah.
pushing it out there. So it's like one day I would love for a movie executive to be like, you know what, we need a face like yours in here.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, cool. And believe it or not, I've already seen some TikTok stars in movies.
Yeah.
I've seen Vine stars that are in movies today that have become actors because of it, and
Yeah,
actresses
yeah.
because of it. I've seen them on commercial. I'm like, shit, man, like that's so easy. From a 6-second video and being on an app for free, you
Right.
got to the point of that. That's amazing. I applaud you.
That is pretty crazy. What's some advice you'd give to somebody starting out in business, branding, entrepreneurship, real estate, any of those things that you're all involved in?
Mentorship. Find mentorship. Find someone to shadow yourself under. Figure out what they do. Cut the learning curve. My best thing that I always say for the realtors watching and listening is, if you're going to be at an agency and you're going to want to just be there just because they're offering you, I don't know, 80% split, 80-20 split, and wow, that's so much. I can make so much. But like, what is 80-20 of nothing versus 50-50 of something? So what I recommend is for the newbies, get on a team. Get on a team
Learn
if
under
you can.
somebody.
Learn from them. If you have to split your commission 50-50, do it. What are you crying about?
Right.
You're getting leads fed to you. You're getting deals pretty much handed over to you. Do it. 50-50 of a lot is a lot. 80-20 or 90-20 or 100% of nothing is nothing.
Exactly.
So it's that mentality. Just find a mentorship. Mentorship is key.
That's what
Find
everybody's
someone
been
that
saying.
has done it,
Everybody's been saying that when I asked that question, so
I think
it must be right.
It's true. I think absolutely.
Yeah. This is awesome, Ed. Thank you so much for coming on.
Totally.
Shout out your socials, shout out your course, IGRE. Tell everybody about that and
Awesome.
plug yourself.
Yeah, so Ed Stulak, EDSTULAK, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, realtor of TikTok, on TikTok.
Yes.
And IGRE Coaching is my masterclass where I teach about Instagram, growing your Instagram, your brand, lead generations, and all this stuff. If you want to learn how to get a 180 unit listing, get my
He's your
course.
guy.
That is the way to get it. So, but yeah, no, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the love and support.
I appreciate you coming out. This is a great conversation. Make sure to follow us. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on all social media at Real Talk Cast. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube and on Apple. Please leave a 5-star review. It really helps us get pushed up
5 star.
in the podcast algorithm. Thank you for watching. Follow me at Emrico Realty, and we'll see you guys next time.